Rochelle, Volkswagen, the German car maker, reported third quarter results today. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
They didn't cover much of the scandal. They cover about a week, more or less, after the scandal hit. So in terms of the impact on numbers, we can't really see that yet. And the results that they reported, revenues are up a little bit across the board, and profit and cash flow are down slightly, but broadly flat. They also gave a bit more information about the accrual that they have related to the scandal. That's raised it slightly to 6.7 billion from 6.5, but the important part of that is that really just covers recall costs and some write-downs. It doesn't cover any of the fines or any of the potential legal costs there. And in terms of sales...
where's the major markets for, obviously Europe, but what happened in China?
So their two main markets really are Western Europe and China itself is their biggest market. And China's sales were down 8% quarter on quarter, which is a lot. They had started dropping in last quarter, and that was thought to be a blip. And it's clearly not a blip, 7% down. There was some recovery or some good results in Western Europe. We're up about 6%.
But how much is China?
China's about a third of their volume, so it is, and it's also it's where it's thought to be their highest margins come from. So it's a very important market for them, and part of the reason why their shares actually hit a peak at March this past year, and had tumbled about 40 billion euros in market cap, and that was around concerns related to China. And just for comparative purposes, they've fallen about 20 billion related to the scandal. So it is very much, the scandal's important, but it's a story about China.
Okay, so the share price has now reacted to both the China problems and the emission scandal problems. What about valuation? Where is that now?
They're trading at a discount to peers. They traded around 6 times, just under 6 times price to earnings ratio. The only one that's as cheap as that is Hyundai. Most other ones trade between 7 and 10. So there is potentially some value there if you think that the China story about consumer recovery and consumer consumption will push that back up.
Right. So now it's just a question of whether investors really want to get in at this low valuation and take a long-term view. Okay, Rochelle, that's really interesting. Thanks a lot.